menta, limón y ahora manzana fresca. Este verano tu pelo con una fragancia irresistible y libre de caspa, con los shampoos más frescos de HS. En mi familia hay un dicho: puedes hacer lo que quieras siempre y cuando tengas la cabeza bien puesta. Prueba la gama HS, eficacia anticaspa probada y ahora con fragancias renovadas. Cabello hermoso y saludable, ahora con una fragancia irresistible.
The decisive shot is in your hands. Experience every game in the most intense way. Want to enjoy basketball at its fullest? Download our FIBA Sports app now. The decisive shot is in your hands. Experience every game in the most intense way. Want to enjoy basketball at its fullest? Download the FIBA Sports app now. Win. Proudly presents 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup Spain.
Follow and FIBA for the latest updates of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Here are some tweets we have already received. Siga @FIBA para las últimas actualizaciones en la Copa del Mundo FIBA de baloncesto. Nos ofrecemos a algunos de los
Well, good evening and welcome to Madrid. Welcome to the 2014 Basketball World Cup. This is the 17th edition of the race for the Naismith Trophy. This evening's second game from the Spanish capital features an all FIBA Americas encounter as Argentina squares off against Brazil. These are two teams that know each other very well indeed. Such is the history of this continental rivalry that today marks the 71st meeting between these two teams across all international competitions, to include the South American Championships, FIBA Americas tournaments, and the Olympics. But tonight, Brazil and Argentina meet at the pinnacle of international competition, the FIBA Basketball World Cup. If you were with us earlier today, welcome back. You will know, of course, that Serbia beat Greece by the score of 90-72. Serbia, in so doing, booked their place in the quarterfinals. The Serbs had 5 players in double digits in the winning effort. I'm joined in the commentary position, as always, by my partner, John Rogers. And John, we're very much looking forward to this clash between Argentina and Brazil.
Yes, you pointed out these teams know each other very well. They've been rivals for many, many years, and it's going to be a great game tonight.
The first clash between these two teams happened way back in 1930 in the South American Championships. The score then, 18-11. I'm sure it'll be much more exciting this evening. They also met at the very first FIBA Basketball World Cup in 1950 when Argentina were the host. And Argentina beat Brazil again on that occasion by a score of 40-35. Argentina have a slight edge in their head-to-head competitions against Brazil. Argentina have 36 wins to Brazil's 34. As coach Ruben Meñano, who is an Argentinian-born coach at the helm of the Brazilian team. I'm sure he won't have any mixed allegiances, though, John. He'll want to see his charges get to the quarterfinals.
And he's been successful as a national head coach of Argentina.
He has indeed led the Argentinians to success. Ruben Magnano at the helm of the Argentina team in 2004 when they won Olympic gold in Athens. And then again in 2011, he led Argentina to FIBA Americas silver. It is a wonderful spectacle here in La Palacio de Deportes. You can see the light show. I can tell you it is so loud in here that John and we can feel the reverberations from the music. And it is absolutely fantastic occasion here. The Spanish have been wonderful hosts of this fabulous event.
Yeah, we had a great time in Granada. It's only getting better here in Madrid, though, as the tournament progresses. We're seeing some great basketball.
Well, John, you and I were in Granada in Group A. That was nicknamed the Group of Death because of the strong teams there. France, Spain, Serbia have all advanced through that group, and I think we can now call it the Group of Life because the three teams from Group A have beaten the teams from Group B. They booked their place in the quarterfinals, and this is the fourth and final encounter between A and B as Brazil from Group A square off against Argentina in Group B. As Luis Scola, who takes his position, the first name on Argentina's team sheet. John, there are many players from this Argentina team known as La Generación Dorado, the Golden Generation, as they won the first medal in 2001 Tournament of America's gold medal. And then in 2002, the World Cup in Indianapolis took silver. The first team in World Cup history ever to beat an American team comprised of all NBA players.
Yeah, they've had quite a bit of success. They're fun to watch. Very talented basketball team. They've, of course, missing Ginobili, but they've got plenty of firepower here. They're third in scoring, averaging 84 points a game. They know how to put the ball in the basket.
Ginobili not here. Scola, Prigioni, Nocioni, and Leo Gutierrez all here, members of the Golden Generation. And here is a team clad in gold and green, Brazil. They would love to come out here and beat their foes. This is as strong a Brazilian team as they can get on the floor with three quality interior players, and we've been so pleased with the point guard play of Marcelino Hortas. Well, we're going to pause here in the arena, rise to our feet, and honor the national anthems of Argentina and Brazil, respectively.
Argentina, el himno nacional de Argentina.
Argentina national anthem officially adopted in May of 1813. Brazil's national anthem, composed in 1831. It had several sets of lyrics before a decree in 1922 gave the tune its official, final, definitive lyrics. The players will meet at mid-court. Of course, they will know each other very, very well indeed. All the encounters they have had over the years. If you're just joining us, welcome to Madrid. Welcome to the knockout phase of the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. This is the second final game this evening from the Spanish capital. You see the referees go through their warm-ups. John, we've seen Brazil throughout Group A play. Your thoughts on some of their strengths?
Well, that strong physical front line just jumps out at you. Guys like Varejão, Nene, and Splitter. But I think the most important part to this team has been Barbosa. He's been so effective from the perimeter. He's been scoring at a good clip. He's very effective, very efficient with the shots. Three-point range is shooting 56%. And he's looked good. Like the guard play, like you mentioned earlier, Huertas and Neto have been very good. They've been solid.
Here's the Argentina team that will try to defeat the Brazilians. We've got a player, number 7, Campazzo, who'll be playing here next season for Real Madrid.
Yes, fun to watch him. We're going to see some. He's got some great passing skills. One-handed shovel passes. He's assisting at 5 assists per game.
And it's the 4 veterans who join Campazzo in the starting lineup. Nocioni, Prigioni, Scola, Gutierrez rounding out the starting 5 for the Argentinians. Here's a look at the Brazilian team. They go through their warm-ups. It's Barbosa, the number 10, who averages 13.5 points per game. Thiago Splitter, John's been quiet, averaging just 8 points per game. We're waiting for a breakout game from him. Could this be the occasion?
Yeah, this is a guy that's got great footwork, great skills. We saw him get in some foul trouble in some of these games, but he is so dangerous near the basket. A lot of good moves up and under, finish with either hand.
Marquinhos Vieira starts at the 3. It's Huertas and Barbosa in the backcourt, and Varejão and Splitter inside. A star-studded lineup for the Brazilians. Plenty of color here in the arena. The Argentinian fans in their characteristic sky blue and white, and the Brazilians in the colors everybody knows, the yellow and green. Here's a look at Varejão on the left and Luis Scola on the right. John, Luis Scola, at 34 years young, still playing basketball at the top level.
He's putting up numbers, 32 minutes a game, 21.6 points, 8.8 rebounds. Throws in a couple assists also per game.
Well, buenas noches y bienvenidos a Madrid. Good evening and welcome to Madrid. Welcome to the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. There's a young man who's going to bring out and present the game ball. And this young man is doubly lucky today, John. He brings out the game ball, and he got a photo with you earlier tonight.
That's funny. Yeah, we crossed paths. They were excited to come out and give this game ball. It means a lot to these youngsters.
Very nice gesture by yourself, pausing to take the photo. Here's Julio Lamas, the coach of Argentina. Sends his team onto the floor. Argentina will be clad in black with the light blue numbers. They mean all business, and there's already a fantastic atmosphere here in La Palacio de Deportes. I think the Argentinian fans, John, seem to outnumber the Brazilians, and early on the fans have found their voices and started singing the tunes. There's Ruben Magnano, coach of Brazil. Brazil will be in the white uniforms. Argentina presently ranked 3rd in the world according to the FIBA ranking systems. They make their 13th appearance here at the Basketball World Cup. Brazil ranked 10th. They make their 16th appearance. They are the only team besides the USA to qualify for all of the World Cups since they commenced back in 1950. There's a man who'll be the center of attention for Argentina, Luis Scola. And here's Marquinhos, who you love his length, John. You love the fact he can shoot from the perimeter, standing 6'9" at the 3 spot. A wonderful weapon for the Brazilians.
Yeah, he's been effective near the basket, especially against the smaller opponents. But from three-point range, he's really made the difference against Serbia. Made 6 out of 9 in that game. That was the difference for Brazil to come back and win that game after they had an early lead.
Well, good evening and welcome to Madrid. Welcome to the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. It is Brazil in the white, Argentina in the black. The ball's in the air. We're underway. The first possession to the Brazilians in this hardly fought rivalry, the FIBA Americas clash between Brazil and Argentina. The stakes, a place in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Barbosa catches a drop pass from Verajão and lays it up and in. Smooth, easy two for Brazil.
I wasn't sure he was going to get that pass to Barbosa in time. Great cut. Verajão spotted him just in time. Barbosa's moving so well without the ball.
Gioni feeds Scola in the low post. He'll kick it out to Campazzo. Stride through the lanes. A little bounce pass to Nocioni, who goes back door. Nocioni on the floor looking for a call. None coming, and it's hard-fought contest right from the off.
They're already on the floor. Nice pass by Campazzo. Wasn't able to finish there. You see Scola going after the rebound and after the loose ball on the floor. Good hustle by the 34-year-old.
Scola flashes to the free throw line. His shot too strong. Marquinhos in the open court for Brazil. Gets a clean look. Shot draws iron. Front rim. Argentina will come back with an opportunity to get their first bucket of the evening. Scola snaps a pass into Nocioni, and Nocioni with an easy two.
Great execution. Again, great ball movement. We see Nocioni cutting back door. He got that pass off. He got that pass and shot very quickly to avoid the defensive pressure.
Verajão. He's stripped. Somehow the ball ends up in the hands of Portas, and shot is too strong. Gioni with a long rebound. Gioni is dispossessed from behind by Leandrinho Barbosa. Campazzo at the top of the key. They'll give it to Gutierrez, who loves to spot up and shoot shots from distance. That one just grazes the front of the rim. Slow start by these two teams. They played 2 minutes. They've got 2 points each. Defense by Argentina. Portas. Pass to Splinter, who tries to move it on to Barbosa, knocked out of bounds by an Argentinian hand.
What a tough matchup for Prigioni to stick with Barbosa. He's got his hands full. That's a key matchup. You see Splitter trying to get the ball to Barbosa. The pass was deflected.
Pass inside to Marquinhos, and he misses the chippy one inside. Verajão, good work on the backboard, the up fake, and another putback up and good by Verajão.
Sticks with a great hustle by Verajão. Doesn't give up on the play.
Verajão with 2 offensive rebounds. Trip down the floor and 1 bucket. Gutierrez hands off to Campazzo. Campazzo's going to attack. Splitter on the dribble drive. Prigioni with the first 3 of the evening. He gets Argentina ahead by 1, 5-4.
He's dangerous with his feet set. He's got deep range. He's also shooting 44% coming into this game. Cannot leave him alone on the perimeter.
Argentinian fans lifted their voices to the rafters. Shot by Verajão on the mark. Here's Prigioni in the open court. We'll give it to Gutierrez, who travels on the wing.
Did not put the ball down early enough on that pass.
A lot of times referees want you to just catch that ball with one hand, John, and just go straight to the dribble rather than catching with 2, as Gutierrez did there. Portas, top of the key. Waves Marquinhos through. A little hesitation is going to get called for the carry. Verajão being a diplomat with Gutierrez, just trying to explain the contact was incidental, but the fans were quickly on it.
You're going to play against Verajão, you can expect quite a bit of contact.
collision between Campazzo and Verajao. There's only going to be one winner in that clash. Gutierrez again measures a three, and he strings it.
Boy, got his feet set very close together. He's able to get that shot off. Gonna stretch the defense. Verajao will have to get out on him.
They still lack fluency on offense early on here. Their sets aren't quite balanced. Nice pass from Verajao to Splitter. That's an easy two for Thiago Splitter.
Nice passing ability by Verajao. We see it right there off the dribble, penetration.
Campazzo, his shot up, and hits the back of the rim. Scola keeps it alive for Argentina. Prigioni, a little wraparound pass to Scola. Splitter does just enough to put Scola off. Scola doesn't miss many of those. Marquinhos plays Barbosa through, draws a double team, and he so intelligently finds Barbosa in the corner. Just wouldn't fall for him. Great recognition by Verajao as he knew the double team came from Barbosa's man.
Great court vision. It's a rare miss by Barbosa.
Scola in his office. Tries to draw the foul on Splitter. Splitter stands tall. And Huertas in the open court. Little bounce pass to Splitter, who moves it to Marquinhos, who's fouled on his way to the basket.
That's interesting. That's a tough matchup for Splitter. He was able to defend very well against Scola. Former teammates. They played many years together in Tal Vitoria, a couple hours down the road from here in Madrid.
Marquinhos Vieira will get the first free throws of the evening. These two teams met during the preparation periods coming into this evening's game. Close game between the two teams. They met in Buenos Aires. Argentina won 85-80. Just past the midway mark of the first quarter. Marquinhos nets both free throws. It's knotted up at 8 each. 8-8. Marquinhos just trying to jam a cutter. Foul with Nocioni. Marcus Delia on the right. Promising young talent for the Argentinians. Their team, John, gone to the bench just yet. It's the starters on the floor still. High arching pass to Nocioni.
Brazil probably has the deeper roster of the two teams.
Again, Scola gets in the low post, this time with a mismatch against Barbosa. Scola to Nocioni, in and out.
Great composure by Scola through the double team. Spotted Nocioni wide open on the three-point line.
Splitter's jump hook, that rims out. Need to come back the other way. Gutierrez reverses to Nocioni, his runner off the right hand, wouldn't fall. Huertas snaps a pass ahead to Barbosa. What a great catch by Barbosa, and he lays it up and in.
Nice speed. Able to come up with that, collect that pass, and finish before they were going to foul him.
Splitter guarding Campazzo on the perimeter. Campazzo, left-handed scoop shot with a little Bezo off the glass, up and good.
I'll tell you what, Splitter wanted to give him that three. He gave him plenty of space. Campazzo shows the skills and the dribbling ability to get past him and laid it up.
Verajao kicks it back out to Huertas. Two-man game between Verajao and Huertas. Mid-range jumper for Marcelino. Huertas wouldn't drop. Directing traffic. Gutierrez. That is short, John.
That was a good closeout by Marquinhos. It's enough to bother him coming from the side. Shooters don't typically like to be closed out from the side.
Barbosa with the backdoor cut. He runs into Varejao. This will give Argentina numbers. And Hortas just does commit the foul.
Brazil's been struggling a little bit with their spacing on offense. Give the credit to the Argentinian defense. They're bumping the cutters, clogging up the areas. Definitely, if you're Brazil, you want to give Barbosa room to operate against Prigioni especially.
Hortas commits his first personal foul, as you see. Ruben Mañano, which is the team's second. Walter Herman comes in for Argentina, the veteran. Scola. To Campazzo in the corner. Campazzo in the corner, three-pointer.
Great execution on that handoff screen.
Argentina lead by 3. Here's Nene in the game, and he just outquicks Luis Scola to the rim.
He wasted no time. His first touch, he went directly to the basket. Good aggressive move by Nene.
Marcelino fighting through a couple of screens. He hands Nocioni off to Nene. Nocioni has just enough space to knock down a mid-range jumper. And do we have a foul here by the Italian referee? We do. It's on Luis Scola. John, that's not the type of foul you want to give away if you're Scola.
No, but we've seen Scola battling. We'll see the replay. After basically a dead ball situation.
Just sheds Hortas.
After giving a blow to the head. Physical teams, both teams, very physical. We've seen Brazil just demonstrate their physicality in all 5 of their games. Granada.
Quick foul there by Campazzo. This is first. Then they find Barbosa. Barbosa lets fly, and it just rolled around the rim a couple of times and out. Prigioni comes this way for Argentina. Bounce pass. Campazzo kicks to Scola, who one-hands it to Prigioni, and it drops. Good basketball by the Argentines.
Beautiful passing. We see Campazzo get underneath the rim, throw it out to Scola, who collected that ball with one hand and immediately threw that over to his teammate for the assist.
Backdoor cut to Marquinhos. Nocioni with the block. It looked clean on the ball, John, but we'll see in the instant replay. Must have been some body contact.
Tell you what, that was a good cut. Great pass to Vieira. It was cut. Nocioni came over, got ball up on top. Some contact down low, enough contact for the referee to blow the whistle there.
We'll see what the Argentines think about it. They can't believe it. You just remember those 3 young men you just saw there, John. I'm going to talk about those guys in a couple of minutes. I've seen those guys sat down before, actually. I saw them in the workout room in the hotel. I went down and rode the life cycle. Those 3 youngsters were sitting on their phones, and Walter Herman was working out. I shouted over to Walter, "What are you doing, Walter? You're doing the heavy lifting. The young guys are doing the heavy looking on." He says, "I'm 35. I got to stay in shape. These young guys got no idea." And there it is, Herman with the rebound. Now you sit down. I can see what you're saying. You're thinking about coming out of retirement. You stay right there.
That's right.
There's Herman. Gives it to Campazzo. Prigioni feeds the post. Scola going at Nene. Good patience by Scola. He keeps his pivot foot to high. Shot wouldn't fall.
Nene might have got a piece of that. Good defense. Speaking of age, we're probably going to see Machado, 39 years old, played in 5 World Cups for Brazil.
Larry Taylor in for Brazil. No feed. Varejao in the low block. Varejao spins and just did everything right except for the finish as he extended over Nocioni. This foul, I think, on Nene.
Scola had good position, and he had to go through them to try to get to that ball.
We've got 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Argentina with a 5-point lead. They're going to try to extend this lead now as we bring the quarter to a close. Been a relatively clean game thus far. 14 fouls for Argentina, just 3 for Brazil. Gioni will get it across the midcourt stripe for Argentina. Gioni. A deep 3 by Prigioni. Canasta! Prigioni with a 3 to end the first quarter of play. And Argentina draw first blood. They lead after 10 minutes. It's Argentina 21, Brazil 13 here in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, John, that was a deep 3 by Prigioni.
Again, had a time to get his feet set, and he's been the difference so far in this game. He's made 3 out of 3 from long range.
By contrast, Brazil 0 for 4 from behind the arc. Argentina 5 for 9. Battle of the boards is even. Turnovers low for both teams. See some highlights from action throughout the first 10 minutes of play.
See Scola's eyes light up on that pass to Choni, backdoor cut.
Marquinhos asking for the unsportsmanlike foul. Well, plenty of time still in this one, but Argentinian hearts can feel a little bit warmer after that fabulous first quarter. They have an 8-point lead against their rivals, and those Argentinian fans who are here in Madrid certainly enjoyed it. Here's your score: Argentina 21, Brazil 13. A good defensive effort by the Argentinian team as well, John.
Yeah, they've been tough. Like I said, they've been clogging the lane, bumping the cutters. Brazil's had trouble with their spacing. I think that has a lot to do with the defense Argentina's playing.
Here come out with Herman, Scola, Prigioni, Gutierrez. Scola goes to work inside. Jump hook wouldn't fall.
Look how much room he had. That was a total clear out. Nobody was near him. That single coverage. Nene did a good job. Spent the score.
Safar rounds out the starting 5 for Argentina. And Giovanoni uses the window for his 3 for Brazil. They start with Hortas, Taylor, Marquinhos, Nene, and Giovanoni. Walter Herman spots up. That won't drop. Giovanoni with a quick outlet to Marquinhos. Nene. Establishes contact in the low post. Little pass to Taylor, and Taylor lays it up and in.
Brazil's so good at moving without the ball. When the ball's in the post, you're going to see at least 1 or 2 guys cut to the basket. We're seeing a couple scores off of those plays.
Gioni now on the wing. He just dribbled. That's just too easy. For Gioni, John, just uses his body so well to seal off Huertas.
He makes it look easy, Leon. He just uses a change of pace. Gets Huertas on his side and just goes directly to the basket. You got to respect his outside shooting. He's only 3 for 3 from 3.
Huertas is going to try his aim. Won't drop. Just 1 and done for Brazil. Prigioni moves it on to Herman. Good movement by the Argentinians. Scola with the trifecta!
Tell you what, Argentina looks sharp tonight. They're got their A game with them, moving the ball. Getting easy looks at the basket so far.
Scola again with another defensive rebound. Argentina finished third in Group B in Sevilla. Brazil second in Group A in Granada. Come all the way across the world, across the Atlantic Ocean to meet right here in the capital of Spain. Marquinhos, his pass intended for Nene, broken up by Gutierrez. It's a 3-on-3. Scola wants it in the low post, and Giovanoni commits the foul.
Smart foul. Definitely do not want Scola to get that ball in the low post. There's plenty of room to operate. See him here battling from behind to deny the pass.
Pazzo will come in and replace Prigioni.
Excellent minutes from Prigioni so far.
Prigioni leads the Argentines with 11 points. He leads all scorers in the building. Just change of direction and change of speed by Pazzo, trying to break down Nene. Oh, a little dipsy-do! Couldn't convert. He throws a round of applause nonetheless to Campazzo. You told me, John, that he could pull the strings.
Oh, he's fun to watch, isn't he?
And they runs into Gutierrez. Gutierrez called for the blocking foul. So look at the dipsy-do by Campazzo. Get the fans off their feet. Just wouldn't fall for him. Marcos Mata in for Argentina. Neto checks in for Brazil as Fortress gets a break. Neto uses Nene's screen and knocks down the jump shot.
Took what the defense gave him. He wasn't looking for a shot. After a couple dribbles, he realized he's in position to score.
Scola tries to return the ball to Campazzo on a give and go. Neto breaks it up. It's Barbosa in the middle of the floor. He'll give it to Taylor. Taylor's shot is too long. It's an air ball. Argentina come back. The short corner to Scola.
Again, single coverage. That's a tough assignment. We see that elbow right to Nene's head.
Scola gets called for the offensive foul call.
I've been impressed with Nene's defense tonight.
Nene took an elbow to the chin for his trouble. He's just looking at the Italian referee on the way to the floor, saying, "Ref, help me out here a little bit." Scola with 2 fouls. He'll come out and get some pine time. Marco Delia comes in for Argentina. It's a young group on the floor now, John, for the Argentines. Just Gutierrez, the only veteran. Taylor to Giovanoni. His shot won't drop. Brazil's still struggling from behind the rainbow. Campazzo finds Delia. Delia's left-handed jump hook up and good.
How about Campazzo? Spotted Delia, perfect pass, threw it up in the air. Delia caught that, came down, uses left, finish.
Delia going to guard in the low post against Nene. Nene kicks to Giovanoni! Giovanoni threads the 3 and then draws the N1 foul against Leo Gutierrez.
This is a huge basket. They're down 7 before this shot. If he can make this free throw, they're back to within 3 points.
Well, a big 3 for Brazil.
That's great concentration. Saw the closeout coming from Gutierrez. Didn't take his eye off the rim. Followed through and made it. We've seen him in Granada shoot well from distance.
Brazil just 2 for 10 from behind the arc. So a timely 3 by Giovanoni. He tacks on the N1. He brings Brazil to within 1 possession. Campazzo snaps a pass to Safar on the wing. That won't fall. Good work by Marcos Mata, and he is pushed by Barbosa.
Mata comes out of the crowd with the rebound.
Foul is on Barbosa. Just his first. Could equally have been on Nene there. Usually the big guy gets those fouls.
Yeah, I thought it was, they both definitely made contact.
Usually the big guy who's the foul magnet. Pazzo now is going to go eyeball to eyeball with Giovanoni. Hesitation. Head and shoulders. A dipsy-do and the reverse layup by Campazzo.
There we go with that clear-out isolation situation. Beats the big off the dribble. Nice finish.
Speaking of trying to beat a big off the dribble, this is Barbosa now, who's ever so quick.
I think if you're Brazil, you like that. You like Barbosa with the ball on the wing. They're having difficulties defending Barbosa. I'd like to see him get the ball more. What are you, if you're a Brazilian fan?
There's the hand check by Marcos Mata. You've spoken about it many times, John. As soon as you put your hand on an offensive player, you open yourself to a foul call. Argentinian fans are in great form. The chorus. Here's Nene. Nene goes at Marco Delia. Delia stands tall. Comes up with the rebound and gives it to a guard. Saw Delia, John, in the FIBA Under-19 World Championships in 2011 in Latvia. Delia had to guard Jonas Valanciunas. That's a high arching shot by Campazzo, which isn't going to drop for him. Valanciunas here with the Lithuanian team. 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
They moved on today. Tough fought game with the New Zealand team.
Neto comes up with the loose ball. Taylor all alone for a three, and again, another miss for the Brazilians. Well, the Brazilians are sometimes better lucky than good, John, because Taylor was trying to commit a foul to stop the break. He didn't make enough contact, and somehow the ball ended up in Giovanoni's hands.
The same thing. 2 possessions again. Also, Brazil tried to stop the break, Argentinian break. No foul was called, but sometimes bother the offense enough to force a teammate turnover. We see it here. See the end of the play.
Argentina are in team fouls, so Taylor will go to the line. Alex Garcia is at the scorer's table for him. Here's coach Julio Lamas. Taylor makes the first. Plays for the Bauru club in the Brazilian National League. And the second, so he proves himself to be a good teammate. The sub is waiting for him at the scorer's table. Makes the second, it comes out. It comes Alex Garcia, a hard-nosed defender, the number 8 for Brazil.
He's also been effective shooting from those corners, hitting some deep threes.
Safar comes off a baseline screen, squares to the bucket, good-looking release, just off the mark. Barbosa in the low post. Pass intended for Splitzer, broken up by Marco Delia, so 52 good defensive plays by Delia. In the lane, Campazzo's shot. Back of the rim, Splitter with the rebound, and here's Garcia. Splitter reverses to Barbosa. It's a matchup you like, John. You like the hands in Barbosa's hands. He rises and won't fall. Splitter keeps it alive and tries to power it up. Draws the foul.
Good follow by Splitter. Screen and roll to the basket.
So Splitter will go to the charity stripe when we come back. The Argentinians want a timeout. Your score here from Madrid. Look at the tension amongst the Brazilian fans. They trail by 6. It's Argentina 29, Brazil 26. Mamma mia.
Leo y Marco. Yo lo que te estaba diciendo es que le pones el pick and roll a Guillermo para que te cambie y le penetre, no le tires sobre él. Si cada vez que vas a hablar, la hace bandeja. ¿Entendés? Ahora está el debate.
John, the Brazilians shooting 2 for 11 from behind the arc, 18%. do they continue to take these looks, or do they try to throw it inside a little bit, look for some dribble drive? What are your thoughts?
On Brazil, I want to get the ball inside, and that's what they typically do. They don't normally shoot so many three-pointers. We've seen Jovanovic has been the only one that's been able to score. He scored both of those looks. Like I said, I'd like to get the ball in the hand of Barbosa in isolation situations.
Brazilians have got 3 premier post players in Splitter, Nene, and Varejão. 2006, Splitter was the leading scorer in the tournament in these World Championships. Now the World Cup were played in Japan. Splitter averaged 16 points per game. He's just putting up half of that here. Just 8 points per game. Trying to get some shots from the line now. Makes 1 of 2, does Thiago Splitter. Walter Herman comes back in for Argentina. It's been 8 years, John, since he's been on national team duty.
He looks like he's in great shape, doesn't he?
He does. Pazzo snaps a pass back to Prigioni, who rides the screen from Delia. Gutierrez. Oh, Gutierrez makes it rain! Oh my heavens, that came down from the rafters, and Gutierrez got it. And he's looking at the ref saying, hey, I got called for an N1 on that.
He needed every bit of that arch to get that shot off. Nice closeout.
An offensive foul called against Thiago Splitter as he tried to establish position in a low post.
Again, Delia doing an outstanding job on defense.
Argentina reestablished that comfortable 5-point cushion and a chance to add to that lead as we have less than 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Gutierrez lines up another 3. That won't fall. Foul on Noel Neto as he competes for the rebound with Prigioni.
For that offensive rebound, we see the guard, Prigioni, grab it. But that's set up because Varejão is out defending Gutierrez way behind the three-point line. There's a lot of space underneath. You're stretching the defense out. Gutierrez's shots have been effective.
Prigioni, another foul, this time again on Neto. They're caught up on the screen. This will send Pablo Prigioni to the free throw line. Concerned looks from Marquinhos on the left and Nene on the right. Prigioni played here for a couple of years, John. Real Madrid 2009 to 2011. Now plays for the Knicks.
Spent many years playing in the ACB League here in Spain. Several different teams. And those are Argentinians' first 2 free throws of the game.
So Argentina with their largest lead thus far. 7 the difference. Brazil trying to trim that deficit. Splitter again, a little pass to Barbosa. Nice cut by Barbosa as he circles around and then dives to the bucket. Deep basket cut by Barbosa for the easy 2. Delia flashes to the high post. Now we give a screen to Prigioni. Prigioni turns the corner. This pass caught by Splitter. Here's Garcia in transition. Can he finish? They're going gone. Gutierrez in a laid up and in.
Looked like Garcia was looking for contact. He was ready for it. Great play by Varejão.
It was the deflection of Varejão which allowed Splitter to pick up the ball. Herman has a mismatch with Neto. Delia tries to high-low. Prigioni's mid-range jumper gets the shooter's roll.
Prigioni's a master of finding those angles. You see him use that screen perfectly, going right off it, directly to the basket.
Neto on a pin down screen. Gonna go to Splitzer, and again, Dilly's gonna try and dig in and guard. Another good cut by Garcia. This foul here goes on Prigioni.
So the referee there looked like he doubted between traveling.
He looked like he was gonna call a travel, didn't he?
Well, he started the traveling motion about twice. He sent Barbosa to the line.
Andrino Barbosa. Then with the Suns, the Raptors, the Pacers, the Celtics. Did last season with Quiro's club in Brazil.
He's been impressive here. All their games, he's moving very well. Looks like he's in great shape.
Averaging 13.6 points per game. Benoni going to replace Splitter. And Taylor's going to exchange with Neto. 3 points in it. Once again, Argentina with an opportunity to have the last possession as we get ready to go to the changing rooms at halftime. Pazzo was open in the back screen, but Harris couldn't get it to him. He'll hand it back off. Now, clock running down. Campazzo with the runner. It won't fall. And maybe the timing not quite right for the Argentinians. Didn't get as good a look as they would have liked.
Yeah, he was open as too early in their offense. And then by the time he got the ball back, didn't have enough time to operate. Threw up a runner from three-point range.
Well, there's your halftime score. Argentina lead Brazil by 3, 36-33 in this clash between the two teams from the FIBA Americas region. Brazil still struggling from behind the rainbow, 2 for 11, just 18%. John, the battle of the boards is exactly even. And Argentina will like that, knowing the size of the 3 interior players for Brazil. Argentina will take that.
Exactly. There's only been 3 offensive rebounds by each team. Argentina would be happy. That's a strong physical front line for Brazil. They usually dominate the boards.
Barbosa with the 8 points to lead the Brazilians, and would you believe, Prigioni 15. It's been a quiet 15 for Prigioni. He's a pass first, shoot second point guard, but you can't leave him alone.
Oh, we saw him. He's been deadly from three-point range, also leading the team in assists and rebounds.
There's your score at halftime. Argentina lead 36-33 against Brazil here from Madrid. Come back and join us in 10 minutes to see the conclusion of this clash between the two teams from the FIBA Americas region.
información oficial de la Copa del Mundo de Baloncesto FIBA. Compártela. Bueno, ¿qué tenemos ahí? Atención a la pantalla. Buscamos el amor en Madrid. Si te estás viendo, bésate. Un besito. Vamos a por otro, vamos a por otro. A ver esos chicos. Kiss, 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 kiss. Kiss, come on. Bien. Vamos a por otra pareja. Buscamos el amor en Madrid. Ahí están los amigos de Brasil. ¿Tudo bom? ¿Tudo bien? Un besito. Buscamos a más. Otros chicos ahí. Pero bueno. ¡Wow! Gracias, Hueco. ¡Qué grande! Más amigos. ¡Cuánto amor tenemos aquí! Es la Quisca. Nos relajamos con las feromonas. Otro besito. Argentina. ¡Che! Es un buen momento, miembro. Sí, y van 7 ya, pero bueno, vamos a romper el récord, celebrándolo. Buscamos el amor en Madrid. Quisca. Kiss, 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 kiss. Dale. Vamos, amigos, che. Me está cargando un besito. ¡Wow! Y llevamos 8 parejas ya, ¿no? Buscamos el amor, más amor. ¡Wow! Con tonos de fondo. Pero bueno, llevamos 10 parejas. Si te ves en la pantalla, bésate. ¡Hola, qué alegría! Más aquí, lo están pidiendo. Saludos, Buenos Aires. Vamos a ver, más amigos. ¿Ahí qué pasa? ¿No hay amor ahí? ¡Bésala! ¡Bésalo! ¡Bésalo! Quisca. Buscamos el amor en el Palacio de los Deportes de la Comunidad de Madrid. Llevamos 12 parejas. 13ª. ¡Cuánto amor en el baloncesto! Seguimos buscando protagonistas. A ver la hinchada argentina. Que alguien avise a esos chicos. Ahora sí, ¿os estáis viendo? Queremos amor. Si te ves en la pantalla, eso es un piquito de amor. Quisca, quisca. Vamos a por los últimos. A ver estos chicos. ¡Oh! Cambiamos. Vamos a cambiar el rollo. Vamos a bailar un poquito. Queremos que bailes ahora con la dance cam. A ver si alguien avisa a esa chica. Hi, how are you dancing? Is the dance cam, you know? ¡Ese es el rollo! ¡Vamos, Uruguay! ¡Vamos arriba, vamos! ¡Baila con nosotros! ¡Diviértese en la Copa del Mundo de Baloncesto FIBA! A ver, ese chico. Y esa Official uniform of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. La música de hoy va a ser correspondiente de 40 centímetros. La plataforma oficial de la Copa del Mundo de Baloncesto. Don't forget to download the official FIBA app, FIBA Game Center, for latest news, scores, and much more. No se olviden de descargar la aplicación oficial FIBA, FIBA Game Center, para tener las últimas noticias, marcadores y mucho más.
Welcome back to Madrid. Welcome back to this encounter between Argentina and Brazil. It is the 71st time these two teams have played each other in a competitive international. John, you live in Spain. You know about what people in Spain call El Clásico, the clash between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Well, this is an El Clásico South American style as Argentina lead their rivals from Brazil by 3 points.
Yeah, we see them going at each other. Well-played game. They're basically evenly matched in the stats department. I think the difference is two, with the exception of the three-point shooting. Argentina has definitely got the edge there, 6 for 15, 40%, compared to Brazil's 2 for 11, 18%. But Brazil's been able to get it back on the free throw line. Gone the line already 11 times and made 9. Argentina's only gone twice. Made both those shots. With Pablo Prigioni, that man right there, three-pointer.
Well, it's the outside shooting of the Brazilians, which has been an Achilles heel of theirs, John. Brazil from behind the rainbow, just 2 for 11. The law of averages would suggest that that 18% shooting will improve.
Yeah, look for that to improve. They like to get the ball inside, so that frequently gives them open looks from 3, but Argentinian defenders have been clogging up the lane, bumping cutters, making life difficult for them to get into their offense.
Well, if you're just joining us, welcome to Madrid. Welcome to this clash between Argentina and Brazil. The stakes, an opportunity to get to the quarterfinals of the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. It's Brazil in the white, Argentina in the black uniforms. Brazil come out with Verjao, Horta, Splitter, Marquinhos, and Leandrinho. And a deep 3 by Hortas off the mark. For Argentina, they've got Campazzo, Prigioni, Nocioni, Scola, and Walter Herman gets the nod to start the second half.
You see Huerta sacrifice his body to prevent Scola from going across the lane. He's whistled for the foul, wasn't there in time. It's good defense, though. You gotta tag the cutters coming across the lane. Huerta's a guard. Did it, but it was called for a foul.
Nocioni picks, pops, and then reverses to Prigioni. Campazzo with a touch to Nocioni. These two guys are going to be teammates next year. John, as Barbosa strips Nocioni. Prigioni with the foul. Nocioni and Campazzo both going to play their basketball here.
Nocioni,
Real Madrid?
Yes, most recently Nocioni was playing in Vitoria. He was further south to Madrid. Campazzo, I'm sure Real Madrid fans are happy what they see from him so far. They're going to look forward to seeing him play next season.
Marquinhos on the wing for Brazil, reverses to Splitter. Verjao gets a touch, he draws the double team, and Nocioni breaks up the pass. A turnover here for Brazil. Seventh turnover for the Brazilians. Campazzo gonna pull the 3 on Splitter, no good. Marquinhos with the rebound. Checks some pace, gets it across half court. Neither team really been able to score much in transition. Splitter spills it. Campazzo picks up with it. It's a 4-on-3 for the Argentinians. And that might explain why it's hard to score in the break when you get a tactical foul like that.
Yeah. I like Scola's job on defense inside. He's been really limiting the Brazilian big man to get any clean looks. He's done a good job holding his position. You see it here. Forces that turnover.
Barbosa with the foul for Brazil, just his second. Herman spots up in the corner. Sloppy pass to Scola, but Scola gets it, goes to the rim, off the mark. Here's Marquinhos on the wing for Brazil.
Good disciplined team. Brazil gets that ball inside every opportunity they can. They look to get the ball to the player on the block.
Herman's going to step out and guard. Marquinhos on the perimeter now. Scola switches with him. Marquinhos got it!
That's a tough shot. It's good defense again by Scola, this time on the perimeter. Slid his feet, kept Marquinhos in front of him.
Marquinhos got a big shout from the assistant coach on the Brazil bench, Jose Neto, who coaches him for Flamengo, a club. Domestic season in Brazil. Scola showing great intelligence. John, just talk us through this play.
Well, we see he gets his defender to commit and leave his feet. And once he has Splitter up in the air, he's smart enough to lean in. He almost got the shot to drop as well. That was a tough shot by Marquinhos.
So important to stay on the floor defensively. Scola misses the first free throw. Misses both, does Luis Scola. 70% free throw shooter throughout the tournament. Barbosa is going to spot up for his three. That's no good. Scola skies for the rebound. The foul here on Portas.
Scola's had trouble putting points on the board. He's only got 2 points so far, but he's done a great job on defense. We see him rebounding the ball here.
Portas looked over to Coach Magnano and said, no, Coach, keep me in. But with 3 fouls, he will come out. Be replaced by Raul Neto, the number 5 for Brazil. Nocioni, all kinds of time, a clean look, it rims out. Scola recovers back on defense for Argentina. Now he defends. Contests the shot of Marquinhos. Splitter picks up the loose ball, lays it up and in. And Brazil finally got themselves in front.
Good hustle by Splitter. Came from the high post area to collect that offensive rebound and score.
1 point in it. Marquinhos called for the foul. John, Brazil have got themselves in the penalty very early. Already committed their 15th foul.
That's very early. We've played 3.5 minutes so far. They cannot afford to play as physical on defense. It will result in 2 free throws. Instead of the ball out of bounds, we've seen them effectively use their free throws to stop the Argentinian fast break. Another easy scoring opportunities. So play straight now.
Beg your pardon, John. Scola, another miss. He's 0 for 3 from the line. Make it 0 for 4. Marquinhos not penalized because of that foul.
So much contact as players are moving through the lane. Brijoni tags Bardigial on this play, his whistle for the call. Coaches want that though. They want to see this. We can see it here. That's what you have to do. Brijoni did the correct thing. You got to slow the cutters down.
Brijoni picks up his third. Marquinhos, his shot, it's good. And we got a blocking call here on Luis Scola. Strong drive by Marquinhos.
Let's see if Scola was outside of that semicircle area under the rim. He had to step up, get outside of that area. The ref saw him moving.
Scola can't believe it. He's picked up his third personal foul, John. So some interesting developments. Marcelino Portas with 3. Luis Scola with 3. Pablo Prigioni with 3. 3 of the more experienced players on the floor.
And all of a sudden, Brazil's up by 4 points.
Coach Lamas is going to leave Luis Scola in the game. Prigioni comes off the stagger screen on the baseline, slips a bounce pass to Scola. Splitter's going to try and defend. Scola just persevered, and he finally got himself a little baby jump shot off the glass.
Well, that was actually good defense by Splitter, but he's getting absolutely no help from his teammates.
Verjao slides down the lane on the pass by Neto, and another blocking call. And if it's on Prigioni, John, it's his 4th.
That's a big call. Again, we see a basket and foul.
Well, it was an outstanding cut by Verjao, a deep basket cut. Prigioni stepped up to take the charge, and he gets called for his 4th personal. He will say hasta la próxima for the time being as he makes the long walk to the bench, but he's having a word with the Puerto Rican referee. Didn't like the call, Pablo Prigioni.
You see Splitter left all alone inside the paint. Scola took several dribbles. Nobody was there to give him a hand on defense.
Verjao misses the and 1. Splitter keeps it alive. Look at the hustle by Verjao, and you don't mind these fouls. They're hustle plays. Verjao diving on the floor, chasing the loose ball. Make the long walk all the way down to this end of the floor as Campazzo will step to the charity stripe for his 2 shots. There's a smile by Verjao.
That's a tough break for Brazil. You miss a free throw. And going after the offensive rebound, commit a foul. Give Campazzo a chance to make 2 free throws, missed the first one.
Campazzo, an 82% free throw shooter throughout the length of the tournament, but right now, Brazil as a team just shooting 3 for 8 from the line. Barbosa, so smooth. He rises for the mid-range jump shot. It won't drop. Splitter with the tip. And Brazil have opened up a 5-point lead of their own. We'll take a break in the 3rd quarter here in Madrid. There's a tip in by Splitter, which will send the teams to the benches. Brazil lead by 5. Your score, 44-39. This will explain some of the reason why the tables have been turned. Brazil is shooting the ball well, 56% from the floor, but John, the Argentinians have got themselves a little bit of trouble. Prigioni with his 4 fouls and Scola with 3 personal fouls. Those are worrying situations for the Argentines. Did you like your coach to leave you in when you had a few fouls and trust you, or?
That's usually a situation that coaches do not give the players that chance. They don't get the opportunity to. It's almost automatically you're going to the bench.
It's Argentina's ball as they come out of the huddle as we approach the midway mark here of the 3rd quarter. Scola shows his numbers in the low post. Hand off to Campazzo, goes all the way to the corner for the 3, no good. Verjao, strong rebound from Brazil.
Brazil should go at him, and they are. They're going at Scola. Double team comes.
Shot clock at 5. Marquinhos is 3, no good. Verjao keeps it alive, and he smartly tips it to Splitter, who lays it up and in.
Great hustle. Never giving up on the play. Verjao. just relentless on the offensive boards.
Nocioni's shot, no good. Again, it's just one trip down the floor for Argentina. Barbosa catches the ball in free flow. He rises in amongst three black jerseys and puts it up and in.
Leon, how about the skills? He's going full speed. All of a sudden, he puts the ball behind his back. Stop, puts the ball behind his back, is able to finish. Nice little jump hook.
And spin on a dime. Campazzo with a three, and that'll help Argentina no end. As they end a mini scoring drought, they trail just by 6. Less than 4 to play here. Brazil in no hurry. We try to unlock this Argentina defense. Back to Splitter in the low post. He draws the double from Herman. Neto rattles home the 3.
Nice looking shot. That's a great spin on the ball coming off his fingertips.
Scola on the perimeter. This foul here is on Thiago Splitter, who looks exhausted on the floor.
Chance to get a breather there on the floor. He had a double team, double screen thrown at him there. Scola had a long run, long way to go. Again, we're looking at bonus situations, so there's two free throws for Scola.
Splitter with just his second personal foul. Scola is 0 from the line, 0 for 4 thus far. That one wasn't sure, but it ultimately rolled around and dropped.
Argentina's used to getting 21.5 points out of Scola. He's struggled so far in this game. He's only got 6 towards the end of the third quarter.
Campazzo and Prigioni been doing most of the scoring for the Argentines, 11 and 15 points respectively for the 2 Argentinian guards. Again, Splitter a touch against Scola. See Nocioni in a good help position. Barbosa, his shot no good. I think he wanted to give it to Varejao, then threw it up on the backboard. Pass to Nocioni in the corner. They'll move it out to Walter Herman. Herman, got it! Walter Herman! He brings Argentina to within 4.
Great look by Nocioni, probing the defense, getting into the paint. Herman with all the time in the world to look at that basket and knock it down.
Well, now this infuses the Argentina fans with some enthusiasm. Barbosa shot up the glass, no good. We've got a foul away from the ball. It's on Nocioni. He's called for a hold.
Splitter's been doing some work on the offensive boards. He's got 3. Go along with his 5 defensive rebounds. Here he's rewarded with, see on this play, Tony with his left hand was grabbing Splitter's jersey.
Nocioni with 3 fouls now as the fouls are starting to stack up for the Argentinians. Splitter played for a decade at the FIBA Basketball Victoria Club. Victoria, Spain.
He had Prigioni and Scola as teammates, and Nocioni knows these players very well. They had a lot of success on the club with their club team. Walter Herman was also there.
So we've got a reunion of sorts here in Madrid. More bragging rights at stake. Neto, shot clock at 10. His shot high over the outstretched hand of Scola. Varejao with a rebound. And John, that's what Argentina are lacking right now. Somebody to go and attack the offensive rebound to give them another possession. Good work by Varejao.
It's already 6 offensive rebounds from Brazil in this quarter.
Oh, Neto somehow avoid the travel. Trying to break down Scola, and he does. And he just steps to the lane and lays it up and in. An easy 2 for Raul Neto.
That was a slick move. Split the defenders. A little hesitation. Not all the way to the basket.
Here's Herman again from the corner. This one won't fall. Labro Vitola in for Argentina. Marquinhos You can see Splitter has become a focal point for the Brazilians. Some inside-out play, now a two-man game between Marquinhos and Splitter, and Marquinhos knocks down another three.
He likes that side of the court, doesn't he? We've seen him make countless shots. Made one earlier tonight, but he's made several in Granada from that position.
Sometimes guys put tape on the floor in their gym at home to mark the spot. Herman with the runner won't fall.
Herman, let's see if we see the replay. He's got such huge hands. We see him actually palming the ball. We've seen him do it a few times in this game. This time we see him as he's taking the ball to the basket, just palming that ball. Huge hands.
Foul on Barbosa, it's his third. He will step out to be replaced by Alex Garcia. Nene comes in for Brazil. Herman actually, John, retired from the game momentarily, and then I think it was 2 years, then came back. He has the opportunity to play for his country here in Spain. That's a nice touch from the line.
Yes, he also played right down the road from here in Madrid in Fuenlabrada. If I remember correctly, he scored close to 20 points a game.
Herman makes both free throws. Argentina trail by 8. Argentina fans have been kept quiet. Brazil have this comfortable 8-point lead. Neto to Varejao. Garcia on the wing, trying to make something happen. Has to step back to the corner for the shot. It won't drop. Nocioni with the rebound. Argentina making the last possession here as we bring the third quarter to a close. Coach Lamas shouts the play. Campazzo slows things down for Elma, the soul of Argentina. Lavrovitola with a show and go, snaps a pass to Nocioni for a three. Good execution by Argentina. Scola with the rebound. Did he get it off in time? Well, it's academic. The shot wouldn't drop. And so Brazil lead by 8 at the end of the third quarter of play. This encounter between the two teams from the FIBA Americas region. There's your score. It's Brazil 57, Argentina 49.
En 7 minutos, no en 1. No en 1. Nosotros necesitamos empatar el juego en 7 minutos.
Well, slowly the three-point shooting percentage is starting to increase for the Brazilians. It was 18%, now it's 24%. But look at that, John. 32-24 in the rebounding battle.
Yeah, they were even at halftime, if you remember correctly. But Brazil, with those 6, they got at least 6 offensive rebounds in that third period. Most of those were converted into points. We saw Splitter come up with 3. Varejao got a couple also.
We're inside the huddle of Brazil. Marquinhos just asking a question there of Coach Magnano.
Another thing that stands out in the stats, 30 points in the paint for Brazil, only 12 points in the paint for Argentina.
Not surprising given the influence that Luis Scola has had in this tournament so far. Johnny usually loves to operate in the low post.
Brazil's done an effective job on him on defense. He's been able to get on track.
Scola just 6 points thus far.
2 of 9 shooting.
Scola with those 3 personal fouls. John, what was your attitude when you were a player as 3, 4? When were you more conservative? Did you worry when you had 4 fouls, or did you worry more when you had 3? When you had 4, did you say, you know what, I'm just going to go out and play hard and see what happens? What was your mindset?
Well, when you had 3 fouls, you don't want to pick up the 4th. You definitely want to avoid that. When you have 4, your hands are really tied. You almost have to avoid contact. So many ways you can get a foul. Just being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Scola's got to be careful. He's a veteran, obviously. Very high basketball IQ.
Well, right now it's a young backcourt for the Argentinians. They come out with Lavrovitola and Campazzo. Prigioni on the bench with his 4 fouls. It's Gutierrez, Mata, and Scola to round out the starting 5 for Argentina. Brazil counted with Garcia, Neto, Varejao, Marquinhos, and Nene. Scola exchanges with Laprovitola. And now a little mismatch. Scola guarded by Garcia. Bergeau digs down and commits the foul. In fact, the foul is going to be on Garcia, the number 8 for Brazil.
Look at his strength. He moves Scola out of the post. Too aggressive there.
Laprovitola, Gutierrez. Gets it back. Laprovitola's scoop shot falls short. And then a quick outlet to Marquinhos. Oh, what a great break by the Brazilians as Garcia feeds the trailer Bergeau to lay it up and in.
That's how you run the break. We saw Marquinhos pass the ball up court and Garcia immediately to a streaking body shot, running the floor well.
Laprovitola with another miss. Commits the foul. First foul on Laprovitola. John, I like Laprovitola. I've seen him in the FIBA Americas League. Plays his basketball in Brazil for the Flamengo club. Missed his last 2 trips down the floor. Here's Nene. Nene's runner up. He draws the foul.
It may have been on Scola, unless there was contact previous for the shot. It's going to be on Scola.
It is on Scola, so he now has 4 fouls. Campazzo will come out to be replaced by Prigioni. John, you just sense now Brazil with this 10-point lead. Prigioni with 4, Scola with 4. Brazil are in a winning position. Still a long time to go, but Brazil definitely in the ascendancy.
More important than anything else, besides those fouls, which are important, Brazil's just been playing very good basketball since the break. It's been good time. Argentina played such a good first half, controlled most of the way. Brazil finally is having their way on the boards, and that's been the difference in the second half.
Prigioni off the bench, can he provide a spark? Gutierrez passes up Laprovitola. He finds Prigioni as the Argentinians space out the Brazilians. It's a rush shot by Gutierrez as Neto closes out, and last touch by a black jersey, so Brazil will have possession.
Leon, there were several good closeouts, well executed by the Brazilian defense that ran the Argentina shooters off the line. Finally ended up with a poor look at the basket. It was way off.
Coach Llamas comes to the scorer's table. He wants a timeout for Argentina. Nene gets a touch inside against Gutierrez. Nene drops the ball, picks it up, gives it to Marquinhos with the 3!
He went up with a lot of confidence, got a good look at the basket. You could just see his confidence.
Well, Brazil are in terrific form. They lead their rivals from Argentina by 13 points. It is the largest lead, and you can see the Argentina fans have got their heads in their hands. We'll take a break here in the 4th quarter in Madrid. John, if you're Argentina, there's the foul trouble. 4 on Prigioni, 4 on Scola, 3 on Nocioni. They almost have to forget that now because they need a spark, they need baskets, they need stops, they need a lot of heart to try and get themselves back in this.
Yeah, they've got to claw their way back in this. They're down 13. There's still plenty of time, but they're just going to have to change the game. Get some stops, rebound the ball.
It's a great shot of a strip there by Barbosa. Nocioni's been quiet. He just has 4. Scola 6. Gutierrez 6. So the golden generation have got 8 minutes to try and keep themselves alive here in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Gutierrez in the corner. Just puts it down once and moves it on, and the shot was far too strong all the way over the rim for an air ball.
Again, a strong closeout by Varejão. got him off the line.
Marquinhos is fouled. Is he in the act of shooting? See what the referee has to say. Is that going to be a possession ball?
Side out for Brazil.
Foul on Safar. Tried to strip it from behind. John, we had an opportunity before this game started to meet a Brazilian legend, Oscar Schmidt.
Yeah, he was prophetic, wasn't he? He showed a lot of confidence in his team.
Neto shot up and good.
Oscar was certain that Brazil would come away with the win. He's a very positive, optimistic person. Great to see Oscar.
Very gracious with his time. He allowed us to get a photograph with him. That might have been the closest you ever got to him, was it?
I wasn't called for a foul for once. I normally was calling, you could not touch Oscar. You couldn't get close to him. He was getting foul calls all the time. Incredible score. And he's led this Brazilian team several years.
A three up and good by Safar. Is this the spark the Argentinians need? Trail by 12. Oscar Schmidt, of course, will know this important rivalry, John, won't he, from tournament play in the Americas region. Schmidt with 2 gold medals in the Tournament of the Americas in 1984 and 1988. Coach Lamas. Sometimes coaches, John, just have a hard time influencing the game. There's little they can do. Safar with a timely 3.
Trying to impact the game. We saw Lamas stop the game with his timeout. Trying to break the momentum of the Brazilian team. They dominated the second half.
Then faces and rattles home a mid-range jump shot over Gutierrez. You can see the worried looks by the Argentina fans. The team facing elimination, down 14 points. Safar with another 3. Got it!
Nice spark coming off the bench. Safar's keeping Argentina in this game. Draw within 11.
Safar's 6 points off 2 threes. Argentina fans trying to get something going. Prigioni almost steals the pass from behind.
He's got eyes in the back of his head. You can see that his man was clearing out. He was playing possum as that pass came in. He just wasn't quite able to control the ball.
Well, it's 11 with 6 minutes. Argentina fans on their feet now, trying to sing their way to help the troops.
I like that move by Neto. Just a convincing move. Looked like he's going to the basket. He was able to pull up and knock down the jumper.
Gioni strolls through the lane, comes back to Gutierrez. Scola wants a touch in the low post. Moving on to Mata's shot, no good. Again, the Brazilians do a great job controlling their defensive backboard. If you're Brazil, John, when do you come back with Portas?
Looks like they've got the game under control. Neto's been playing well. So we'll see where it is.
Garcia with a 3.
Again from the corner, likes that area of the floor. Unorthodox shooting style, but he's been effective. Shooting nearly 40% in this tournament from 3.
Just like that, the lead back to 16. It was 11. Prigioni tries to get a pass through Nene's legs. The pass to Garcia just a little bit too strong for him. Brazil will slow it down. The Puerto Rican referee, you can see signaling to the Brazilians, sit down. Brazilians can sense that they've got 1 foot in the quarterfinals. Neto over Scola. Count it! Raul Neto over Scola!
Neto coming up huge, making a couple jump shots. He's just feeling it. He's being aggressive. He's looking for his own number. Scola closes out, but he's too far away to affect that shot.
Well, Brazil opened up an 18-point lead. It's their largest lead of the game, and there is Guilherme Giovanoni to emote for the Brazilians. John, this game has changed so quickly. You know, Argentina got it to 11, and you thought, you know, if they could get a stop and then come down the next time down the floor, they get it to single digits. How much of a psychological boost is that for you as a player when you get that deficit down to single digits?
Well, it looked like Argentina was getting that momentum, and especially, like you say, if you get to single digits, for some reason, psychologically, you feel much better about your chances. Again, Brazil's able to extend their lead. Raul Neto has been huge.
Just seemed like a minute in which the lead went from 11 to 18. It's Cortes, who's on the bench trying to provide some leadership. And it's the play of Raul Neto who keeps Marcelino Cortes on the bench. And we had the pleasure of listening to Marcelino Cortes in Group A in the press conferences. He speaks English ever so eloquently. And somebody asked him, how does he feel about the fact that Neto comes in to spell him? He says, I'm delighted. The young man's playing really well. I don't mind if he keeps me on the bench and he's playing well, then so be it. And there's a classic demonstration of Neto's strong performance. Nocioni back for Argentina. Prigioni, shot blocked by Nene.
Nice quickness to get out and contest that shot. Not only does he contest it, he comes away with a blocked shot, and Brazil gets the possession on that ball.
Will Argentina lead this series 36 wins to 34 for Brazil. Brazil are ever so close to getting their 35th win.
Oh, we had Neto spotting up, moving over to the corner. Garcia didn't see him.
Look at the Brazilian fans enjoying their evening. That's a bomb from Marquinhos. No good.
Only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. He had to get that off.
Prigioni spills it.
Nice play by
Neto
Neto.
trying to get it ahead to Neto, and Neto lays it up and in. And John, you think that might just be the basket that's going to seal it for Brazil? They lead by 20.
Argentina's going to have to obviously get some stops and see if they can hit some shots from three-point distance.
Safar, his finger roll up is good. Coach Ruben Meñano still a ball of nerves. He shouts at his team.
Brazil being very deliberate, taking their time in this offensive possession.
Berajau at Nocioni, the jump hook, too strong. Scola with a rebound. Prigioni turns the corner. An overhead pass finds its way to Nocioni, and the pass to Scola is too strong. And they couldn't get a handle on the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock for Argentina. Prigioni crosses Nene over, and Nene with the hard foul. It's going to be called an unsportsmanlike foul. I think Nene was just trying to prevent Prigioni from falling.
In Nene's defense, he's not used to playing in international FIBA rules. In the NBA, you can grab somebody and actually try to keep them from falling, but that's considered an unsportsmanlike foul and an intentional foul in Europe.
Prigioni, the chance to tack on some points now while the clock is stopped. Less than 3 to play.
I've seen that happen numerous times when Americans first get over here and play. They'll wrap somebody up thinking, you know, help prevent possible injury or anything, and they're whistled for intentional fouls.
Prigioni makes 1 of 2. He has 16 points this evening.
He goes back to the basket, initiates the contact, and then no foul. He's going to get the 2 points.
Ruben Meñano wants a timeout for Brazil. So with 15 points in it, both teams will go to their benches. They're the Argentina fans who are adding to the atmosphere here in Madrid as the brass band comes out to play. Look at that, John. 14 fast break points to Argentina 0. And when you're chasing the game, you need those fast break points to get yourself back in it.
That's right. Brazil's definitely controlled the pace of this game, as have they controlled the battle in the paint. They've got 34 points in the paint to 16 for Argentina. Rebounding advantage is also 38 rebounds for Brazil, 26 for Argentina.
There's the contribution of Raulzinho Neto.
Just played with a lot of confidence. We see him knocking down shots from the perimeter.
He has 15 points. We saw in the game which preceded this, John, Serbia had a contribution by an unsung hero. Nikola Kalinic had 12 points. And Neto here, he wouldn't be a guy that you'd say ahead of time is going to lead the scoring for Brazil. Do you need this in tournament play? Do you need someone to come up and just shine and take some pressure off the other players?
Well, Liam, anybody that's on a national team roster can play. So these things can happen. We can get an unexpected lift from anybody off the bench because these players are very talented. To be one of 12 representing your country playing basketball, I know you're doing pretty well.
Benajal knocks down his free throw, and Marcelino Huertas has become a spectator really since early in the third quarter.
I think that was an intentional foul by Nocioni there. Wanted to stop the clock.
Argentina need to go to the 3-ball. Nocioni draws the foul on Benajal. It's the 14th foul on Benajal. Endline ball for Argentina. Scola on the baseline, another block shot by Nene.
Great job by Nene contesting shots. Putting his hand on the ball. Nice wingspan, quickness.
Second block shot by Nene. Neto in no hurry for Brazil as we've got 2 minutes to play in this one. Neto, another shot! Neto, another three!
Neto, as we see a great screen by Nene, does not settle for the three-pointer. Takes a long two where he feels very comfortable, and he's been deadly from that range this game. Garcia's active hands, defending the ball. It's an unnecessary foul. And Nene stops the clock, and it's going to put Scola on the line.
Well, John, this might be an opportunity for us to reflect on La Generación Dorado, the gold generation of Argentina, as one of their members steps to the line now. It's Luis Scola, 34 years old. Prigioni, 37. Gutierrez, 36. Walter Herman, 35. Nocioni, 34. Just to talk you through their resume, in 2001, they won the Tournament of Americas at home in Argentina. 2002 World Cup silver. 2003 Tournament of Americas silver. 2004 in the Olympics in Athens, they won a gold medal. They beat the USA in the semis. And then in 2008, the Olympics in Beijing, they won a bronze. What a generation of players. Is this going to be the end of the road for them? Will we see them at international competition again?
Argentina will be back. We see some young players coming up. Campazzo, for example, but you got to really tip your hat to guys like Scola, Prigioni, Nocioni. You know, they've played tremendous basketball, and they have a lot of pride when they're playing, when they're on the court, when they're wearing that Argentinian jersey. It really means something to them. There's so many great Argentinian players. Fabricio Alberto, Pepe Sanchez.
Pepe Sanchez was a terrific passer of the ball. He threw one-handed passes, left-handed, right-handed.
Who can forget Ginobili?
Of course, Ginobili part of that generation as well. Pepe Sanchez just a little bit older than those players. Easy to.
I saw Pepe Sanchez is here in Madrid watching these games.
Scola has appeared officially, according to the FIBA stats, 131 times for his country. Leo Gutierrez 142 times for his country. Neto with another 2 for Brazil. Nocioni over 70 times. Prigioni 86 times for his country. Just loyal servants to Argentinian basketball.
They take pride. They take pride in representing their country. So fun to watch through the years. See some great pick and roll basketball, sharing the ball. And they're so intelligent on the floor.
Ginobili not available to be here. I'm sure he wanted to be here. It was more a case of the club saying to him, Spurs saying, you know, at your age, you can take the summer off and try to extend your career playing for the club.
Well, he was spectacular last season for the Spurs, as he has throughout his career. They have a nice little dynasty going there too.
Thiago Splitter for Brazil, part of that Spurs outfit. There's Marquinhos who gets it across half court for Brazil. And they have an 18-point margin, 83-65.
Another Group A team advances in convincing fashion.
So it's Group A won all 4 games here over their counterparts from Group B. We said Group A was the group of death, but it's helped them get ready for this tournament for the knockout phase. And ironically, it's ultimately the group of life, as Brazil will join France, Spain, and Serbia in the quarterfinals. All 4 Group A teams advancing. A nice gesture here by Pablo Prigioni as he's going to allow the clock to expire. And a wonderful gesture between Brazilian fans. I don't know if the referees are going to allow I think the Puerto Rican referee wants the clock to roll, and it will. So the players from Argentina and Brazil will embrace at midcourt. There's arguably the man of the match, Raulzinho Neto for Brazil. He had 21 points in the winning effort. Well, there's your final score in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. It's Brazil 85, Argentina 65, as Brazil advanced to the quarterfinals. There are the statistics, the story in numbers about this game. Brazil, John, if you told Brazil you're going to go out and you're going to shoot 26% from behind the arc, they'll probably tell you that we're not going to beat Argentina.
Well, they'll say we're going to have to get some offensive rebounds, which they did. Second chance points. But you're right, that's very difficult to win the game, shooting that many times and shooting such a poor percentage. But they dominated the boards. We saw them get out in the fast break. They dominated around the basket and scored a lot of points in the paint.
Danny with his 2 block shots points his hands to the heavens. Neto with 21 points. Prigioni 18 points. We wonder if this will be the last appearance for his country for Prigioni at 37 years old. Only time will tell. We anticipated a close game, John. It's a surprise to see 20 points separating these 2 teams. But Oscar Schmidt was indeed prophetic. He thought it would be a comfortable win for the Brazilians.
And he said if he was wrong, he doesn't know anything about basketball.
That's right.
So he knows plenty about basketball.
Well, we'll bring everything to a close here in Madrid. It's a couple of rest days now in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. We'll see you very soon for the quarterfinal phase of the 17th edition of the race for the James Naismith Trophy.
Sabemos que no es fácil, pero no estamos solos. Cada campeonato es un viaje